Sidewalk blind, an old tin cup, looking down, I can't look up. Long gone, ain't coming back. It's later than I want it to be, and long cold nights and how much sleep. Miss you, baby. Come closer.
Come Closer. I think in the same vein as Learning to Fall, but obviously a natural evolvement or progression for the band. When I first heard the song, Sammy had written lyric, and this was probably the first time that Joe wrote music to Sammy's lyric. Some of the best vocal lyric that Sammy did on the album was in that song. I think when I first heard the song and Joe played it on keyboard, I had a whole different train of thought because I thought of it as more of a mellow, more of a ballady, more of a ballad type of song. And then when we got together, Joe, Chad, and I, to play it, obviously Joe picked up the guitar to play. It just kind of took like a different kind of a turn, but still keeping, wanted to keep that same kind of feel.
Come Closer starts with Sam sending me 2 pages of lyrics, really amazing lyrics. Not necessarily in singing order, but enough for me to go, wow, I want to write something around this. And I remember vividly getting up one morning, going to the piano with a cup of coffee in my hand and the lyrics in the other, and putting them up there and just sort of writing this piece. And then I recorded it once again on the iPhone, which gives a great sort of John Lennon piano underwater kind of a recording quality. And I emailed it to him, and then later that day we were all meeting here to record. And so he comes in the door saying, we got to do that song, I want to do that song, and no one else had heard it. And so we started along that path right away about how do we do this song, because it's me on piano. I'm not much of a piano player, so I couldn't track with the band while playing piano. I wouldn't be able to keep up. There'd be too many clams, So I said, I got to play guitar in this just so I don't mess anybody else up. But I mean, that's the technical stuff. The cool stuff about it was that it was the first time that Sam and I had written a song that way, where he had all these lyrics, and I wrote most of a melody, mainly as a suggestion, really, and the whole chord sequence of this song for him, and that he took to it and used it as a jumping off point to build his vocal line. Then it was, how does a band do it? I mean, there's an interesting spot. So I think all of us had to figure out, how do we get it from this weird piano demo to something that the band could actually play, where all 4 people are playing at the same time. That was an interesting journey, and I think that Chad and Mike together really had to dig deep and brainstorm that day, because they realized this is the day we have to do it, so we've got to be really stellar right now. And they really brought it. It was really great. Mike's bass is so fat, and it's a funny progression for a rock bass player to navigate through, and what he came up with was beautiful, and the drums, of course, the groove that Chad set up was really amazing. And it was big enough to be rock, yet it wasn't overpowering, which I think was really important.
Oh, and Joe's guitar solo, and he almost outdid himself, but that's another story.
I want to do something that sounds more like what was on the piano for that demo. And so I came up with this arpeggio idea, using the Pog pedal and playing these arpeggios and saving some screaming notes for the very end. And that seemed to transform that whole section. It made everybody feel comfortable about how we got into it, how long we would be in that section, and when we would drop back down to the groove part of the song again. That was a big day for me.
But the 6th song, Come Closer, was the only song that Joe actually wrote music to my lyrics, which I never did that in Van Halen. I never did that in Montrose. It was always, I took somebody's music and wrote lyrics and a melody to that. So I told Joe, I really like this idea I have called Come Closer, and I sang it to him on the phone. And then I emailed him the lyrics that I wrote. And he came into the studio one of those days and he played it on piano. And I just, man, whew, chill bumps from day one on this one. Well, it's just about same thing like in A Different Devil. It's about, you know, a relationship that starts, you feel it, you know. If you care about a relationship, you will know when it's pulling apart. I'm in love with the idea of being in love. I want to be in love. I don't want to just exist with another person. That doesn't get it for me. I'm selfish. I'm greedy about love. I want it. I have to feel it. And I have to feel it every day. You know, I can't let it go for you know, oh, we're going through hard times, you know, so I just have to look the other way. I get pissy. I get, you know, my wife's face about it, you know, if I feel that we are drifting and for more than a couple days at a time. And so it's just about come closer. Come on, you know, come closer. I want to feel you. I don't think it's ever quite been said like this. And I'm very proud of it. I think lyrically this is and the way the music Joe wrote for it is just so friggin' good. It's like an old 70s soul song. It really is. It's really like a soul tune. It's more than a, you know, some white rock bands don't do songs like this. They don't write them, they don't record them, they don't sing them, you know. I really stepped out. I've never sang like this in my life on a record. It's very R&B, and musically it's very, and I'd say it's really like more 70s, yeah. It's kind of like 70s R&B soul, but yet it sounds very modern. But the bridge is so classic. I mean, it's like I said, it could be Teddy Pendergrass or Otis Redding's song. It's very tender, and it's very, like I said, for a guy like me to step out and expose my soul like that, it's not easy. It really wasn't easy for me to do that.